Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joey the Veiled Cottage Witch. For the last few weeks we've been outside enjoying the garden and looking at all the beautiful plants and herbs that I have growing in my garden. But now it's too cold. Although it does heat up in the afternoon, I'm usually really busy in the afternoon with either clients or studying. So I have decided, I've been sitting on this idea for a couple weeks, almost a month, and I really wanted to showcase my collection, because I have quite a few tarot now that I have them organized where I can see them all. It's ridiculous, you guys. It's ridiculous. So I wanted to kind of showcase some of my favorite decks, but I also wanted to teach kind of the differences between the Rider-Waite Tarot Deck that I have a lovely rendition of, the Radiant Rider-Waite over here right now. I wanted to kind of talk about the differences between the Rider-Waite and other decks. A lot of my students come to me and they're like, I want to learn tarot, but I can't stand the Rider-Waite. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel you, but you have to. And it's kind of like, no, you don't have to, but it makes your life so much easier. So when I say that, what I mean is this: the Rider-Waite is a language. So, and if you learn this language, it's kind of like learning, let's say, Spanish before you learn like Italian, because Spanish is a little bit easier to learn than Italian. So it's like learning a foreign language like tarot. The Rider-Waite is one of the easiest forms to learn. It's your basic language before you get to the more complicated languages. To me, that is my opinion. So what makes the Rider-Waite so easy to learn from is its symbology. So we're going to take a look at the symbology, we're going to take a look at the numerology, and we're going to look at the mythology that runs through the Rider-Waite. And we're going to compare it with 3 other decks. Now, they're not going to be the same decks every time. And I think that that's important because it's going to show my students and hopefully other people that you can venture out of the Rider-Waite. And this is kind of how to do it. So this is one way that you can do it, I should say. So let's just dive in. So I have with me my porcupine quill, because we're going to take a look at closer things. And then I have the stone that I got as a gift from one of my best friends and sisters, Allie. And this is a carnelian agate. It's a banded carnelian agate, and it is so beautiful, and she was so sweet to give it to me. This is very representative of the Ace of Wands, which is what we're going to look at today. This is very fiery. So wands represent fire. It's very fiery. And the ace represents the spark, the beginning, the essence of creativity, of passion, everything that represents fire. And I thought this was a beautiful stone to have with us, to be present today as we take a look at the Ace of Wands in 4 different decks. So obviously we have the symbology of the Rider-Waite. We have a hand coming out of the sky, out of beautiful sky, beautiful cumulus clouds, and it's glowing, several rays of beautiful light. And you have a wand here, and the wand is also bursting with life through the leaves. So when I see this to me is pure creativity being handed to you, pure life force. So this can be the writer's quill. This could be the painter's paintbrush. This could be the painter's canvas. So this could be anything that it's telling you to create, to make something, to start a project if you're sitting on it. And what a perfect card to look at that. Then right here, we're making this video. I am making this video because of a creative spark, and probably like 3 a.m. when I get those crazy creative ideas. So we have this, and then we have a beautiful castle in the background. This is almost like a promise. This is like, hey, if you take that paintbrush up again and you make some beautiful art, you are promised, beautiful fertility and prosperity, And then you have this beautiful stream running through that says, it's going to get emotional, but that's okay. Because, and there's going to be obstacles, but that's okay. Because the promised land is right here. So let's uncover the next card and see what we can see in that. So this is the Dark Mansion Tarot, what I like to call the Tim Burton Tarot, and you will see when you see it. So this is actually my favorite Ace of Wands in any tarot deck. I love this card. Look how much it looks like this stone. I mean, come on. All right. So this Ace of Wands from the Dark Mansion Tarot, and I will have these all in the description notes for you. So you guys, if you really like these decks, you can go out and buy them. I would never not tell you the names of these decks and leave you high and dry. I would never do that to you guys. So here we see, I love this card so much. This beautiful background, right? But it's not coming out of the sky. Let me avoid this horrible, can't get rid of that glare. All right. So instead of just the, clear sky, we have like this desert sunset, this beautiful color. This makes me excited. This to me is like the dawning of a new day or the ending of another day. This is inspiring. This is very much speaks inspiration to me. So I'm already, as soon as I see this card, I'm like, let's go. What do we got? What do we got going on? I want to be a part of it. And then we have the wand itself has 2 branches coming out of it. These are like possibilities already. I'm down for it. Let's see these possibilities. And then you have a clear platform. This screams to me that I can be on top of the world. I can be right there if I wanted it. This is so seize the day to me with this wand. And then instead of a castle being in the background, as we see here, we've got a flaming crown. Like, okay. And you've got this hand. So instead of a hand reaching out in a cloud, you have a hand on top of a pedestal with a crown of flames. What a promise that is, right? Very comparable to the castle in the Rider-Waite. And you've got all of these mountains that were like obstacles in the Rider-Waite. They're like in the background. So it's like you can take all of this with you to conquer all these obstacles. And you can look at the sky for inspiration. That's what I see in the Dark Mansion. I love that card. Now we're going to look at the Everyday Witch Tarot. This is such a fun one. So we have our witch and her familiar, her little kitty down here. Then we have a fire. She has started this fire. And out of this fire, so we could compare this fire to the hand reaching out, right? We see the lovely colors that are compared to this Ace of Wands. And we can compare that to the actual wand, right? Do you guys see the similarities in this? I hope you do. So, well, we have the actual wand here, and there's a paintbrush, kind of like I was saying over here in the Rider-Waite. We've got leaves compared to leaves here. We got musical notes. We have, I can't think of the name of this. That makes me so mad that I can't think of the name of this. A palette. There it is. So, sorry, words are hard sometimes. So you got paintbrush and a artist palette. You've got a map here. So this is like adventure, right? You've got a quill, a book. You've got all these possibilities, right? And they're lit up just like they're lit up here right before you. It's like you could do anything. So many possibilities. So many things that you could do. These are all individual promises, right? Just like the castle. Love it. Such a cute deck. It's like, I like to read for like teenagers with this deck. I love it. And if I want a lighthearted reading, I definitely reach for this one. That's the Everyday Tarot. And now we get to a shout out to Bobby Fierro at bobbyfierrotarot.com and Bobby Fierro Tarot on YouTube, because this is his favorite deck. This is the Crow Tarot. And look at that beautiful Ace of Wands. First of all, let's talk about these beautiful daffodils down here. Those are just beautiful. I feel like that is like the life force that we see here in the wand. I'm going to just put this side by side so I can compare a little better. Then instead of the clouds, you have all of these feathers blowing in the breeze, right? And then you have our crow, and she is seated on top of this wand. She is the hand. She is the hand holding that Ace of Wands. How powerful is that? She has literally seized the day already. And look at this beautiful path. It looks like it's gold coins. It's like she is ready to take this wand and to take this challenge and just like enjoy this gold paved path. And then instead of the castle in the background, we have the city. So she's going to take this wand and she's going to mosey on down this path, flying right into the city. And look at our beautiful sunset that we can compare to this beautiful sunset in the Dark Mansion Tarot. Isn't it cool how cards just play off each other, and it doesn't even these cards don't relate to each other at all, but they do. Isn't that cool? So Ace of Wands are kind of, I love that they pay attention to the sunsets. That's really cool. So this is our Ace of Wands from the Rider-Waite, and then in 3 other decks. So I hope that this was interesting. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you see anything that I didn't mention, please, let's start a conversation down in the comments. I would love that. As always, you can go to theveiledcottagewitch.com if you want to set up an energy reading or an energy work session. Or if you'd like to sign up for any classes, I have a Tarot 101 class, a Tarot Shadow Work class, a Tarot and Oracle Spellwork class, and lots of other classes. So if you'd like to sign up, hit me up in a message on there, or you can find me on Facebook at The Veiled Cottage Witch, and on Instagram at Veiled Witch 74. if you go to my website, theveiledcottagewitch.com, you can hit the code word veiled, all caps. You get free shipping at checkout. So that's really cool. Make sure you do that. Save yourself some money. It's hard times out there. And other than that, live your best life and live for yourself. And I'll see you next week. Bye.